Now that I have my pattern, I will start tracing the pattern on the leather. Here I've chosen the pattern with the tongue at the back to lace the heel, and then with the same shoe I will also show you how to stitch the heel. So first of all, take your piece of leather and we have a look on the outside, the side that will be appearing, and we have a look if it's regular, if there's any scar or any imperfections that you wouldn't want to see on the outside of your shoe. So here, for example, there's just like a sort of little dot here I wouldn't like right on the top. So I put my finger there and turn it around and do a little mark here like this, like avoid this area. Otherwise the leather is nice and regular, so I'll keep that. I flip it over and I will draw on the inside so that any marker trace would disappear after I cut it. And here, of course, we try to place the pattern so that we wisely use our leather. So you can put it right to the edge, for example here, or maybe like this. And once it's in place, just draw a line around your pattern. Here it has to be cut all the way to here, and I will mark it there. Once you've drawn the first one, always flip your pattern so that you will have a left and a right shoe. And like I was saying at the beginning, what is interesting in finishing the heel by stitching it is that you will um, not have to use all this leather that you need to use for the tongue here. You'd have just to cut straight here, which saves a lot of leather. And the little mark that I wanted to avoid comes right underneath the foot on the sole area, which is fine. So once my patterns are drawn, I will cut. I will actually use other scissors. So for this, it's very simple. You just need to cut on the inside of the line so that the black line will completely disappear. But here, what I will do in the next video is to reinforce these little tongues, which will take on the laces by doubling the layer of leather and gluing it together. So these ones will be much more resistant to tension and to use. So in that case, this is an option. if you want to double the tongues, I advise you to not cut them yet. You can just um, cut like this in a straight line above them. So don't cut the petals yet, because we will first glue a piece of leather here to double the strength, and after we'll cut the shape of the petals. Okay, is it clear? So if you don't want to use glue and you don't want to reinforce these petals, you think your leather is strong enough, you can already cut the shape that you've drawn here. So you can cut just down here, but keep the three petals together if you want to glue them. So this is the shape you'd keep right now. And if you don't want to reinforce these petals, you can already cut their shape. I'll cut the second one. So as you see, it's a lot of work in just cutting. This is one of the biggest steps of making these shoes. And that's it. So you have left and right shoe. And in the next video, we'll reinforce these little petals here where the laces will come. If you don't want to do this step, just cut the petals and we'll skip straight over to the second next video about how to make the hose.